Hey, what up guys? And in this video we're going to go over my love-hate relationship with my driving iron. So I have the Callaway X-Force UT in the 18 degree and I basically find myself interchanging this club with my Callaway Razor Tour 3 Hybrid, which is in a 21 degree. So why I switched to a driving iron, basically I hit it a little bit further off the tee because of obviously the differences in loft, but I don't hit it as far offline as I do the hybrid. So the hybrid, sometimes if I catch it weird, it will go and spray out, left or right. But the utility iron, I find it less, conducive of, the far wide off shots, so it's better for off the tee box, and that's why I put it back into the bag. Also, I've been going through some swing changes, and right now driving iron is a better choice for me. My club head speed with the driver right now is 105 miles per hour at minimum. I haven't really measured it in a while, but I'm kind of on the fringe in which you should even be bagging driving iron. Some people be like, oh, you only hit it 220. Maybe that's not even far enough and you shouldn't be considering it, but I enjoy it. Buy what works for you, and this is just my experience with the driving iron personally, and I wanted to share it with you all. So let's go to the course and see how I did, and after the fact we'll talk a little bit between the two. Alright, first drive of the day, and after preaching about being able to easily hit fairways and stay out of trouble with the driving iron, you know what? I end up in the sand trap. So much for all this talk. You might want to close your eyes for these next few shots. Instead of just taking my medicine and going back into the fairway, I tried to hit this one over towards the green, and I hit a tree. No, I was playing blades this day just for fun, but still, should have taken my medicine. Tried to take my medicine on this next shot, hit a tree, kick straight left. Now I finally get under this tree, and I was able to get it into a puttable position. Back with the 2-ball again, everyone, and not a bad recovery. So, started out with the double, not great on an easy straight par 5. Alright, time to get things back on track. I roasted this one, felt super good, had a little bit of wind behind it, and I hit it really good with a little draw, carried it quite well. Next shot with the blades, just trying to see if my new swing can allow me to hit blades, and you know what, still can't really. Off to the side of the green, hitting with the 2-ball, just getting it up there. Very bad read. I don't know, I couldn't read this green for some reason, and you know what, just put together a couple bad putts. I literally let my 2-ball down. It wasn't the 2-ball's fault, this was totally me, ended with the bogey. Next up, another good driving iron hit. Hit it a little bit high, and so it was a little bit windy, so got caught up just ever so slightly, but no complaints. I'm in a playable position. Next up, hitting the blades again, long iron into it, and I just skull it to the right, thin for the win, right? Next is just chipping on, and I chunk it, and it barely rolls onto the green, thank goodness, but not happy with that. Next up, just rolling it with the 2-ball, and yeah, the putting is just off today. 2-putt here for the bogey, moving on to the next hole, which is a par 3. Next up is a par 3. Hit this okay with the blades. Drew it pretty hard and onto the green, so I'm pretty far to the left. But at least I'm on the green in regulation finally. Have a long putt here. 2-ball is going to show up. And I barely miss it. Maybe one more revolution and it'd be good to go. Next up, driving iron on this one. Playing the draw, but it went a little straighter than anticipated, but still a good shot. I think had the wind helping me on this one. Next up, hitting the bladed iron into the green. I lost it into the sun. You can barely see balls at this time. On the green in regulation again. Putting with that 2-ball. And not bad. So 2 really good putts with the 2-ball. Just tapping par. That's how I like them. And yeah, moving on to the next one, being 4 over. Next up, I overdrew this ball, and it's a dogleg right, so just gotta love adding extra yards to the hole. I still hit it pretty good, but man, I have a longer way to the hole. Next up, terrible iron shot, the little club twirl. You can see I'm very enthusiastic about how good that was.
What a terrible shot.
Time to chip on. Hit an okay chip shot, not terrible. Yeah, so I just wanted to get onto the putting surface and try to save my par. Pretty long one here for par, just getting it down there. And not a terrible leave, I gave it a chance, but too puttable nonetheless. So 5 over with the bogey. Next up is the longest par 3 from the gold tees with the back tees. Hit it to the left and there was some wind up there. Didn't hit on the green, so I have to make it up and down for my par. So this up and down, I'm pretty used to this one actually. I've been here quite a few times. Was able to get a good chip onto this. No more COVID cups, which is nice. Roll the ball in, save my par. For this next one, didn't hit it all that great. Hit a little bit necky. I went up the left side with a little bit of draw. And I was like, shoot, you know what? I'm gonna try to hit this off the ground. So here's my attempt off the ground, and actually hit this one pretty good. Normally I would never take this off the ground, but I wanted to try it out and just confirm that I got pretty lucky. Chipping it on, had a pretty good chip and I got pretty close. However, I did ask my friends for a read on this putt. Should have went with my instinct. And yeah, I'm gonna blame them for this one. You know what? I'm just gonna blame them. I usually don't miss that with this 2-ball. Bogey. Alright, I tried to take a really big swing on this one, and I hit it pretty hard and had some wind with me, and so pretty good.
It almost kind of broke my heart to see you guys go behind that fence.
Next up, took the 2-iron off the ground again, and I did not hit this one good at all, but it's a wide open fairway, and you just need to hit it up there. Next shot, not much distance left to get to the flag. Luckily I ended up short, chunked it a bit, so I have an uphill putt for birdie. Here's my attempt with the 2-ball. And not a great leave, just left it short and to the right. Should have had a green light to hit it harder. But ended with the par, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is my driving iron vlog. Alright, as you can see, the driving iron treated me very well. That being said, San Jose Municipal Golf Course off the tee is not very challenging on the front nine. But let's talk about, driving iron versus hybrid. And basically, if I were to only choose one in the bag, it would actually be a hybrid. So the reason behind that is that a hybrid is you can hit it out of the fairway, you can hit it out of the rough, and you can hit it off the tee. However, the reason why I choose to game something like this utility iron is the fact that I also carry a 5-wood. I have one less wedge, and then I have a 5-wood in the bag. The 5-wood takes care of the out of the fairway and out of the rough situations where I need to hit it a long distance, whereas this is only literally for off the tee, nothing else. The trade-off here is that the driving iron, I don't hit it offline as much with the mishits. With the hybrid, if I were to pure it, but be a little bit off plane with my swing plane, it can go left or right pretty far offline. Whereas like if I were to mishit this, it doesn't go that far offline. I do lose a lot more distance, obviously, but it doesn't go anywhere that gets me into trouble, and I'll just have a longer second shot than anticipated. At least I'm still probably in the fairway. And so that's the main difference between, these two different clubs for me. This is like, forgiving. I will probably always hit it decent, but it can go way more offline than something like a driving iron. And on the other end of the spectrum is the 5-wood. The 5-wood is the most forgiving, can probably hit it the furthest, but you can go the most offline, and you can probably go, the most offline and the most distance. So that being said, that's kind of the school of thought right now is like, do I carry the hybrid? Do I carry the driving iron? Do I carry the 5-wood? Right now, I choose to carry both the driving iron and the 5-wood. So that's kind of my experience right now, and I just wanted to share it with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. More to come, and I'll see you in the next one.